This is Cinema Sunday. After the credits movie reviews. Welcome back to another Cinema Sunday. And this is the after credits movie review of John Carter.
Yeah, whoever said that John Carter was going to be the first big blockbuster of the year was paid or high or lying through their crappy mouths. Yeah, John Carter had a lot of potential. It just was way too complicated, though. Okay, let me give you movie writers a little hint. For the average movie audience goer, we need, if you're going to put a human on an alien world to try to solve some kind of conflict, make it all one species and one good faction and one bad faction. John Carter has not one, but like 5 or 6 different factions going all at the same time. And I'll give you guys a hint. If a movie starts off with Willem Dafoe
talking about how the world is changing, an amazing creature, Spider-Man.
No, but if he has to explain what's going on in the movie, if anybody narrates the beginning and has to explain what's going on, it's going to be complicated. So the synopsis is John Carter's from Earth from the 1800s. He goes into an Indian's cave and he gets magically transported to Mars, where he has Superman abilities, which is the same whole gravitational theory that why Superman had powers here on Earth, besides the fact the sun was a different color. So you have the fact that he is a treasure hunter, self-serving, jerky guy. Then you've got the United States Cavalry that's after him, and you've got the Indians that are after him, and then he gets magically transported by an alien to Mars, where there's not one faction. There's the good guy Goro creatures, and then there's the red white people and the blue white people. The blue white people are the good white people, and the red white people are the bad white people. And then out of nowhere, right in the middle of the movie, there's a second set of the Goro creatures with the tusks things. And they are bigger and stronger and angrier and don't speak. And they don't explain that they're even there until they're there. And then they have these overlord godlike characters that can shapeshift and they have powers. It kind of reminded me a lot of like Pitch Black a little bit. And there's a little group of these guys that are kind of controlling the whole scenario. So it's just way too much going on in one movie. And then they try to squeeze in this, gonna save the world love story with the princess. It's just way too complicated. Too complicated, Disney, come on. And a lot of bad language for a Disney film. I was surprised. I can't take my kids to see this. I mean, they said GD in the first 5 minutes. That's just, sorry, I can't take my kids to see that. A National Treasure, yeah, I can probably mute the 1 or 2 bad words that are in that. But man, first 5 minutes, really, Disney? Come on. And not only that, but all the good scenes in the movie are ripped straight from Star Wars. The arena scene with the great white apes, and I feel somehow that there's a racial slur in there somewhere. I'm not sure. But anyways, there's these Goro gorillas without eyeballs that they're trying to fight. And there's all these Goro creatures in the stands that look, oddly enough, like the insects from Star Wars Episode 2 in the arena scene, which looked exactly the same. I mean, if you compare the 2 shots together, they're exactly freaking the same. I don't know. I like the fact that John Carter's got this Superman abilities, but it's way too complicated. For the 15 to 30 minutes of good movie in this film, it's not worth the 2 hours you have to sit through the entire thing. It's just not worth it. It's not worth the price of a movie ticket. I would rent this on Redbox before I ever watched it in the theater, if I had known. Anyways, besides John Carter, on TV, Big Bang Theory is back and with new episodes, and it's getting better. It's just so much funnier now that Sheldon's in a relationship. It just makes for so much more funny stuff. So Big Bang Theory is a definite must-see. If you can get Big Bang Theory, shows on CBS on Thursdays, that's a great show. If you can't, you can probably catch up with it. If you have like on demand or Xfinity type thing, you can probably catch up with the show if you haven't seen it before. And the first 3 seasons are on DVD already and Blu-ray. Well, the newest season's on Blu-ray. Anyways, so Big Bang Theory is a must-see. I'm also a fan of How I Met Your Mother. I don't know why. It's just the comedy chemistry between the cast is just really funny. And it's one of those shows where you can tell that they don't always go by the script, or they're trying their hardest not to laugh at each other when they say something, and they don't do a very good job of covering up that they're laughing for real instead of acting. So yeah, How I Met Your Mother is that's great. It's closing the season. The series is closing down soon, so we're gonna find out finally how he met the mother and who the mother is. Whitney. My wife really likes Whitney. I don't like her per se, but the guy that plays her boyfriend is freaking hilarious. So Whitney's definitely you should watch that one. It's on NBC. And another great NBC show is Up All Night with Christina Applegate. And that show is really funny. It's got a lot of Saturday Night Live cast members in it. It's just a funny show. So anyway, you should catch up with that. That's also on NBC. As far as any other shows, still catch Pawn Stars over on Discovery Channel, I believe it is. And I like Rick's Restorations. That's the American Restoration's a good show. American Pickers is a great show. I'm big into the historical type stuff and the refurnishing old yard sale stuff because my dad was a big yard sailor. So those shows are pretty good too. As far as serious shows, Parenthood's actually a really good show. Main reason why my wife and I like it so much is because it has an actual autistic kid playing an autistic kid in it, and it's actually a pretty decent show. It's a lot of good family stuff going on. Didn't approve very much of the son losing his virginity at his uncle's wedding. That was a little on Blu-ray. You've got Justice League Doom, actually pretty good. It's a little sporadic. The story's kind of split apart with each one of these Justice League members fighting their arch nemeses. And so it's kind of loosely, and it finally ties back together. But Bane is played incredibly well in this movie. Really liked Bane, and the fact that we get Tim Daly and Kevin Conroy in this again, that's priceless. So to catch up with Justice League Doom on Blu-ray, it's got tons of extra features. Also got Real Steel on Blu-ray. The outtakes are absolutely hilarious. This is definitely worth buying. So get Real Steel and Justice League Doom on Blu-ray because they're great films. And I'll catch up with you guys next Sunday. So, see you at the movies.
Insert shameless ravage the insert comic plug right here, yes.